Hello chaps, it's turn 84, and Mashaka has finally died. However, he did move a force into Genumia on the very last turn before his death to Dominion killing. So we'll have a look at this battle. Now, his own global, which is like the Moon Wolf stuff, the Moon Mage and Wolf attacks and stuff, it also causes darkness in every battle. Also, apparently, Raijin the Thunder Spirit autocasts Storm. I actually didn't know that. Well, that's useful, because then he can summon Storm Power to use for air gems for his spells. So I've got my mages and my demons, it's all the usual stuff. And they basically get creamed. This whole army gets creamed because I cast all the good spells, and then this is my average troop, is Fog Warriors, probably Bloodlust. I'm not sure if this guy is Bloodlusted or not. Yeah, he must be, right? Yeah, from an enchantment. So, Fog Warriors and Bloodlust and Darkness. Like, these are good warriors. These Lion Warriors are very capable, but not when they have 7 attack skill. They're just going to die. And it's the same with the Ether Warriors are actually really good. They probably killed a lot this battle. And then he's got his mages in the back here. Wow, that's a lot of blade. Doesn't seem to really work against Fog Warriors, though I'm not sure. It looks like my big Earth Dione is petrifying people, so that's good. And the dragons are running forward because it's in a storm, and we have proper darkness as well. So what has darkness done to these remaining Lion Warriors? Okay, it's still the same actually. What is going on with these guys? Are they enraged or something? Why are they turning backwards? Okay, they're routing some of them. The Amani Jarkus come in, but they're blessed, so they're regenerating from my bless. So that means they're very hard to kill, even with the fire breath from these dragons. The Ether Warriors are ethereal, so they're not dying quickly, but they are dying. Even with regen on them, a whole bunch of Koani, high attack density, they are managing to hit them. Because Koani, you might think of them as chaff, but they're chaff with 15 attack skills, so they are very strong actually. So this guy, someone cast Gifts from Heaven. This guy right here doesn't have any gear, but he's still pretty tanky. Looks like he had Iron Warriors cast on him. So he's actually dying to Amano Jarkus, which is kind of nice to see that I can do that. And at this point he's almost getting... Yeah, at this point he's basically HP routed and the battle is over. So that's that battle down here. And I'm going to attack this province with 2 of these mages who can swim. And I'm going to attack this one with the main army. I'm going to guard my retreats though. I'm going to leave a lot of guards in this province. This is probably more guards than I need to leave here, so I'm going to move this one over here. I'm also leaving someone here to defend this retreat option, but actually most of my guys can't actually fly anyway, so what's the point? Yeah, Yoshiyuki is coming in, so Sai is here. Now, I got a whole load of Demon Bane weapons off that, and I'd rather they didn't get looted, so I'm actually going to discard them, which is kind of tragic, but it's necessary. They're too dangerous to me. I don't want people killing my guys with Demon Banes. So it really hurts to just discard items like this, but I think it's necessary at this point. Blimey, it does a lot of damage though. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it's too late now. I've got one on a scout who should be safe. So I've re-gemmed this army, and I also captured the Nethgul in this battle. Where is it? Genumia. So 3 Demon Banes, an Earth Boots, which is nice. Masatu picked that up. Who's Masatu? Okay, so Masatu doesn't need the Earth Boots. But I'm not really sure anyone else wants them either. So let's pop them on this scout. Actually, this scout that I have here, he can be the guy that transfers things back to the laboratory. What else did I pick up in Genumia? Scepter of Cleansing Flame, already discarded that. Armour of Knights, which is on one of my mages, I think. I thought, yeah, I put it on this guy along with the Nethgul. And the Nethgul is the one that auto-casts astral spells. And I think that about covers it. That's everything that happened. A Boots of the Messenger is always very nice to have. So Tetsuya found that. He doesn't need reinvigoration. These mages don't have feet, so they can't use it, which is ironic. And what's Raijin wearing? He doesn't have feet. These guys are already wearing boots. I'm actually going to put it on this scout as well, except that... Oh man, that's annoying. I actually can't use these boots for anything. That's quite annoying. Massa 2 has to continue going here. So, has an artifact that auto-creates a fort every turn. So eventually all of his provinces will be forted. That also means that when you seize a fort of his, then you obviously have a fort. So if I can take this fort, that will be quite useful in threatening this throne, assuming I can't just take the throne as well. So I've regemmed this army. I don't actually have... So Risako is a Nature 2 mage. Maybe I should pull her back, because most of my Hanyas are not Nature 2 mages. They're actually a lot weaker than that. This guy actually is going to... I've already got someone who's going to attack this province. So I'm trying to claim these provinces, but it looks like Atlantis will probably take some of them. This army is stuck in here this turn with by Mashaka in his last turn of existence before he disappears. He did raise a temple over here. We had some raids here and there. Over here in Parnia, we had 2 battles. One was against where I made his transformed giant run away, and another was against a were hyena, which I killed. Unfortunately, that actually drained all of my magic gems. So now knows that I have this guy, and I had to spend loads of gems, and he knows that it's coming, so not really too pleased about that, because now he'll send a water mage along to cast Firefend, or whatever it's called, the water version. Warriors of Frost or something. So anyhow, this turn we finally got our candles in here. 1 candle there, 2 candles there, and that was the last of Mashaka's dominion. Here's his army as well into failure. And yeah, it's not a bad showing. It's a pretty strong force. 5 mechanical giants to kill my Dione. 8 liches, which I never have to kill again because they're just going to disappear. Don't need to worry about them being immortal. In fact, he had 9 immortal... No, this isn't immortal. He had 8 immortal death for mages. So I wish I had some of those myself. Maybe I should start putting my death gems into that. But I'd rather just make more Hanyas, to be honest. So I'm patrolling with some forces on these surrounding provinces. Well, this one anyway. I need to have someone patrolling on here as well. In fact, these guys should be storming this castle, because Rus... Oh no, Rus hasn't been dom-killed yet. So Rus still has this castle, and he has his dominion in these provinces over here. This is Rus's dominion. This is gone actually now. And this is probably Ur's dominion. So I think these 4 candles are the last candles keeping Rus alive. And he is... He's already gone AI, so has Pelagia. But it will be nice to not have to lose anything fighting these blood altars. And I'll get some minor gem income from that. Income is still down by 1/3 compared to the 4,000 it used to be at. And I think that might be from the werewolf, like, lunar eclipse global he had. I'm not sure, because it is showing up as a reduction on all provinces. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Over here, I've switched duties. This guy is now training the extra demon hags. Well, this guy is just going to be another forger. So that meant I could free up a skull staff as well. I have this guy, and he actually got very lucky. He has a 1 in 160 chance to get an Air 2 mage, because one of those randoms is a 10% chance. So that's very lucky. I now have 3 of these guys who can cast Cloud Trapeze. Unfortunately, water gems and all types of gems are just really low at the moment. I don't have much. And with the gold reduction, I can't train loads of Naminaris. So I'm actually struggling a little bit to cast all of my... I should make another Yama Uber, yeah. Struggling to use all of these water gems. I could summon another Sea King, though. I like Sea Kings, I think they're good. This guy could hold a... He's not really doing anything with this. So he should probably be heading out with some troops, now that I think of it. You can put these guys in line formation or something. And this guy's just patrolling with no troops under his command, so that's not good. Wow, look at how fast Mound Kings are. So he can head all the way over to there to get some more troops out. I have summoned my first Vampire Lord, and he's blood hunting, so I'm going to keep on summoning them. I'm summoning another this turn. I should have done that a long time ago. Is definitely ahead of me on research, but he is not ahead of me. In fact, I don't even have this spell, Will of the Fates, and I was trying to script it this turn, and then I realized I don't actually have it, because I'm only just about to research Alteration 8. And then I'm going to go into Evocation 8, and I'm not actually sure why. I should have a look at what that does. Honestly, okay, Pillar of Fire, very good. How much does it even do? 34 armor-piercing damage. So yeah, very good. Chain Lightning, fairly good, I guess. Falling Stars, is this a... Yeah, this is a ritual, so you can kill laboratories with it, and it activates Meteor Shower, so that's kind of cool. Maelstrom... Yeah, I don't have the gems to put into any globals. Astral Tempest. Kind of interesting. So if the enemy doesn't have mass regen, and you do, this is fantastic. I guess. Along with Wailing Winds, actually, the damage would be quite good. Vortex of Unlife. 16, holy shit. I don't even know if this is a self-cast spell like Soul Vortex, or if it's a ranged evocation. Oh, it does have a range. Okay, so it's a ranged evocation. This is pretty good. You get some Solus to clog things up. So, I mean, Evocation 8 will boost my Fire Mages. I should probably be going into 7 here. Charm. Yeah, I'll go into Thaumaturgy 7 first. So I'm shifting loads of people around as usual, doing some blood hunting. Had loads of battles this turn, but of course we don't really care about Mashaka anymore, because Mashaka is dead. And this is Ganumia, the battle. Quite a big battle actually when you look at it here, but I just had loads of forces and loads of mages. So we have some raids going on. This was annoying. I had some astral mages, but they failed to soul slay the dragon that only had 17 magic resistance. So this is just loads of raiding back and forth. Then you have loads of werewolves from this global, which has fallen now. And this is us casting Release Throne Power. Now, I got 88 XP, right? But now he has 89 XP. So I think, and he only has 2 experience stars. So somewhere along the line, he has actually lost all of his HP. I think this turn he lost all of his HP, and it reverted back to only having 88 HP. He reverted to 0 from this, and it's very strange that that happened. Kopos. So I'm not hearing anything from Atlantis. I mean, I haven't talked to him. He seems to not really be doing anything. This is the same army as before. It looks bigger previously. I think that must have been a scouting report change. If you look at where he is on the map, there's no way that he's not going to be fighting He can't move his forces up here to fight me when he is fighting Although actually, from his point of view, his capital is right here, and this throne is 2 steps away from his capital. So going for this throne might actually make him fight me. I should probably not attack this throne. You know what? I might actually be better off going down this way. Yeah, going here is really bad diplomacy with Atlantis. So I might have to leave this throne alone. If I take this, it'll make Atlantis pretty mad at me. Maybe what I need to do is take this fort and then go down here towards itself, or even take this fort. Maybe I need to make Atlantis mad at me. Take this one. So I need 3 thrones to win, right? I have 5 if you count this one I haven't claimed yet. I almost have this one. So I need this one, and this one to win the game. Interesting stuff. And Risako. Risako should actually stay with this army in the hopes that I can take this fort, get into the laboratory, and get a Thistle Mace and an Armour of Thorns on her, so that she can cast the big nature spells really easily. Oh, and I forged the Arc, by the way. I now have the Arc, but I don't want to wheel it out prematurely. I want to, maybe I should be wheeling it out actually. Maybe on this guy. He's got good defense skill. Attack skill is not important when you already have 20 and you're not using a repel. So this guy can actually have the Arc. Where is it now? There it is. So hopefully hopefully he attacks me in this province with these guys, and hopefully he gets BTFO'd. Not sure what I'm moving my god into this province. So that should be interesting. It's weird that he had I think he had a stack, like a numerical overflow. Like, if there is a maximum amount of XP you can gain, and then you gain some more from an event that has been modded in, maybe that event sets you back to 0 because it gets too big. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But that's about it for turn 84. I can't think what else is going on that's interesting. This guy is forging the Atlas of Creation, which is Earth 5, Astral 5. I should probably forge the Black Book of Secrets, because it's worse if an enemy can get it. Then it's not really about me getting it, it's about preventing the other guys from ever getting it. But I'll forge the Atlas of Creation first. And that's turn 84, and I shall see you chaps next time. Hello, hello, hello chaps, it's turn 85, and I have decided to do a volte-face from this province and this little area over here, and I will instead go underwater with some pills of water breathing, 2 Dione, and my Pretender God, and see how that goes. So to try and get this throne, Pelagia is an AI, so he'll have a tough time against any super combatants. AI are just terrible at dealing with those. Over here, I'm cloud trapezing in this guy, Manabu, onto this province. And if these guys are ordered to move 2 provinces to here, when someone takes this province in the ritual phase, it means they actually don't move at all. So then Manabu will be able to run away using a Shade Mail. And I should probably put this on a scout, but I just don't have a scout available. Oh well. Just means a Death 2 mage. So that's what I'm doing over there. I'm just trying to trap the Marid and Kamul the Witchlord, 2 quite valuable super combatants, as well as some Urmalus and a province. It'll be nice to, get them separately. Although, when this is my province, these 2 armies might actually be able to move through it to attack here anyway. So that'll be quite annoying if that's the case. So my little gambit won't really work that well. Unless these guys are patrolling on the province, which is quite possible. It's also quite possible that he will cloud trapeze a lot of people onto this province, which is why I have some people defending it, patrolling there. So the other place that I'm cloud trapezing onto... No, I'm only doing that one. That's the only cloud trapeze I'm doing this turn. This guy is also capable of cloud trapezing, and for that reason I should not be sending him here. I should be keeping him there so that he can be geared as the situation demands. And down here I laid siege to these 2 provinces, and I'm going to storm this one this turn. So, to recap, I have 4 thrones. You need 8 to win. There's no cataclysm in this game, so I need to gain 4 more thrones. This one I already have, but I haven't claimed it yet. And this one I can get pretty reliably. This one too. So that means it's only really this one that is up for question. And this one, considering he has all these troops right here. But it looks like I might be about to win this game. One problem, though, is that I haven't claimed this throne yet, and I only have 2 people capable of claiming thrones. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm forging the Boots of the Plains, which they're this artifact right here, and they allow any commander wearing them to teleport. So my Pretender God can claim this one, teleport over here, claim it, and then maybe teleport down here as well, or over here, depending on if my prophet gets killed. And that's assuming, though, that I win the battles. I also might trounce so thoroughly over here in a surprise move that I actually am able to take this throne instead. Another possibility is that Atlantis will attack me, but he actually seems quite far away. Well, Atlantis could definitely attack me here, so that's a big concern, is that I'm pretty sure Atlantis will attack me to try and take this throne, especially since I attacked it the turn before. 2 turns, in fact, before my main army can attack it. So he is going to have forewarning, and that might make him... Yeah, I just realised that things aren't as easy as they look, because Atlantis will be able to join in on this one, because his capital is right here. So goodness only knows just how many forces he's going to be able to bring to bear on this province. So another thing that happened this turn is that has cast 2 globals. He cast Gift of Health. Fortunately, I don't have to worry too much about that, because he only has 3 candles in each of these provinces, and none in this theatre over here. He also cast Gale Gate, which means he has an extra 20 air gems per turn, so that's a very serious threat, because we saw him use 40 air gems to wipe out 2 Dione the other turn. In comparison, I only have 23 air gems a turn in total, so that's not good for me. What else is going on? Well, Researched Alteration 8, so my big army that I'm sending in over here will be able to cast Will of the Fates. I've also got 2 Vampire Lords who are ready to go out and blood hunt, just in case I don't win in the near future. I took control of what looks like 12 provinces from Mashaka, and Atlantis did not contest me for those. And that about covers it. That really covers it, because didn't attack me except for this province where his scout attacked me. He pinged me with the scout. And we got some events. Let's have a look at the events. So nothing interesting except that I stole some events from some fire gems. And there was a lot of micromanagement going on in this turn, a lot of scripting, but nothing that I really need to talk about ahead of time. I'll show you what happens when it happens, if a battle happens. And I think that is really all there is to cover this turn. Yeah, and I can't use the Arc because it kills everyone that's not a Sacred, so I want to use that in very specific battles, not ones where I'm hauling around a load of non-Sacred mages who will get killed. What else is there? So, nothing major or particularly interesting to report here. Another anti-demon weapon to stash away safely, so that no one will ever use it. And I could reorganise this little treasury a bit better, but I think that'll do for now. Hey, I've got this. What's this for? Spellsinger. That's interesting. I should bear that in mind. Half fatigue cost for spellcasts. Anyhow. That is the end of this turn, and I'm moving some people in here to build some more temples. Got to get that Dominion up. You know, it's always very nice to have high Dominion, and when the enemy casts Gift of Health, that is just yet another example of why it's good to have high Dominion. And I believe that's all. There must be something else I could talk about this turn. I just can't remember what it is, and so I'm going to end it here. Oh yes, with the Eclipse Global, the Lunar Global that Mashaka had up. Now that it's gone, income has risen back to normal, and we're flush with money. Unfortunately, that's a lot better for my opponents than it is for me. And in fact, I'm not even spending all of it. So there you go. Turn 85. Toodles. Hello chaps, and it's turn 86. Now, you may have noticed me become a little bit less enthusiastic about this game in recent turns, because I'm busy in real life, and it's late game, and it's complicated, and it's late game. Dominions 5 ends up being, in a sense, it can be a slog of forging every item, summoning everything, training everything, moving everything around, scripting every buff spell in every big battle. But there is something that makes up for it, which is the dopamine hit you get from when you actually do well in the late game. And I think I'm doing very well. I think I might be able to crush I might be able to crush him. So, and that's because I had a good battle against him this turn. Here it is. So Doven. So he has animated god statues. And look at this. 6 randoms. 4 in one path, 100, 2 in another path, and 50 in another. 6 different paths to choose from. Pretty crazy stuff. Then they had some troops. So they had some Ermelus. He has as many Ermelus as I have little demons, I think. So this was not a large amount of Ermelus at all. And they did get some kills, and that's with Fog Warriors. So it killed a lot of my troops. I actually lost more troops than he did. I'm still pleased about this battle, because I killed one of his god statues. And got some loot from it. And also because, I lost 54 Coonies and some of my own demons, but, actually, that is kind of a problem, to be honest. But I still have enough forces left over. I should be able to besiege this place. Once I besiege it, I'll have these 4 mages join in the army, of course, because they're waiting there to join in. So things are not looking bad. And these 2 forces of Coonies that I don't know how I ended up ditching them here by themselves, but I'm going to send some leaders over to collect them. And I'm also moving some of these guys down here to reinforce. So I'm going to have my profit on top of this fort next turn. And by the way, Dominion is spreading down here, which is good to see. Actually, this is probably the place that I need to reinforce most, because this one is the one that Atlantis is most likely to interfere with. So I definitely need to send these guys. Where are they even going? Yeah, they are going down here. That's useful. Maybe they... I don't care if Atlantis sees them. I don't care that much anyway. Expected PD is still patrolling there, so he should move down here, I think. He could go down... He could go over here, to be honest. But I think I'll send him over here. Or maybe here. Maybe there. No, I'll send him here. No, I'm so indecisive. I'll send him here. But definitely need to move more reinforcements down here. So, have an army in here. It's pretty well gemmed up. Might as well give him death gems just for the hell of it. Oh, and I forgot. So I've given her... what am I doing? This is so shit. Like, what on earth am I actually doing? So I geared her with a nature item. I think she got +1 nature from an event or something. But that means I need to stop forging some boots somewhere. She can... Because I need mass regeneration on this army. Double time. Phoenix Pyre. Phoenix Pyre my arse. Mass regen. Mass regen, mass regen, mass regen. The most important spell in the game. Arguably. Fungal Swarm. That's interesting. I might give that a go. Because Death Nature is not the most common. It's not the most common cross path, but it costs nature gems. And I want to spend loads of nature gems on the nature boots. So anyway, that's that army. Also, I'm now using her as a full-blown astral mage. So this guy can cast anti-magic while she casts Will of the Fates and probably some other spells as well. Oh, she's casting anti-magic. Why is she casting anti-magic? He's casting anti-magic. She doesn't need to cast anti-magic. She can cast Will of the Fates. And maybe I could cast Doom. Maybe I could... There's probably something else I could cast. Like... Oh, wow. That's not... imagine casting that off script. So this hurts demonic creatures. Crap. This is pretty nasty. The entire battlefield... Armor negating desiccation damage, which I think is fatigue. 2d8. Wow. I need relief. I need to be casting relief versus this. Yeah, versus 22. That's pretty vicious. Jesus. Opposition might be good. Will of the Fates. I'm casting that already. Doom. Nah, it's kind of a bitch move. Battle Fortune. Already casting Will of the Fates. Could cast this, could just buff herself. Oh, and she's an air mage as well. So I guess I could just get her to cast, like, Orb Lightning or something. But anyway, the story is I'm using this guy instead of Raijin. The problem with Raijin is he actually autocasts Storm. So I actually had him casting Mass Flight. Meanwhile, he caused Storm by default in this battle. So he's basically useless as a super competent. So I really don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, that was not useful. Sending someone who autocasts Storm to cast a Mass Flight. Duh! Weirdly, this fortification is not being besieged. So there must be loads of indie troops left inside it or something. It's really weird, and I don't know what happened there, because I have 693 siege strength here. The thing is, it also doesn't really matter. And this province I am going to take. And down here, I've breached this province. So I'm storming this castle with these two guys while the other guys keep control of the little demons. Then going to claim that throne. Then I'm going to use these boots. Where are the boots? Yeah, these boots to cast teleport onto this throne and claim that with my god. And then I'll teleport over to this one and claim that one. And with those measures, I should be able to win the game. There is one last thing, though, that I should do, which is I should use this new double air random Dione to make another Gift of Water Breathing thing, just in case I have to defend this province against I don't know how well he'll do trying to go underwater, but it's late game. He definitely will be able to if he prepares for it. Another thing I should probably do is I've got two Sea Kings here, so they can cast. They can do their thing, casting more Sea King's courts, so I can move into these provinces to defend this, or even over here to defend this. Or I could. Do I have a Sea King? So yeah, I'm moving two Sea Kings down here. And maybe they can do some stuff, summoning more of their kind to fight Atlantis over here. But it looks like, I have a plan to take 3 thrones. I have 6 thrones. These are the 3 thrones I need, along with this one. I already own 8 throne provinces. It's just a matter of, oh no, I don't actually own this one. I'm just besieging it, but I'm very close to it. I need to claim this throne and take these 3, and that's all. So, looking pretty close to winning. And I do need to do that because fighting and Atlantis at the same time would be pretty difficult. There is one thing I want to do, though. Kiata. Where is Kiata? Kiriata. So Kiriata I'm moving over here. I guess she is important enough to do that. That is what I want to do with her. But at the same time, I am morbidly curious about how strong Atlantis is. So this is a terrible waste of astral pearls, but I really want to know. I want to know how strong Atlantis is, and that'll be interesting to see, because I cast Akashic Record on and we get to have a look at his things compared to mine. So he's a lot smaller than me, and he always has been. Well, not a lot smaller. He's actually pretty close here. You can compare these 2 bits. Forts, you can see this is where he starts using the special item that auto-generates forts. It actually looks like he lost the item, which is weird. Or maybe he's just forgetting to use it. Or something. I don't really know what that's about. Income, he has more income than I do, but bear in mind, I'm Yomi, and I have bad scales. So I actually have decent income. It looks like... So this is the 4,000 mark. So he must be a lot higher. I guess he is a lot higher, but... Yeah, he was on 4,000. He must be on like 5,000. No, 5,500, maybe 6,000. Gem income. I actually have more gem income than him. I don't know if globals count for gem income. I think they probably do, because you can see this big upswing here. But I have bigger gem income without globals than he does with globals. Research, he's ahead of me, not by a huge amount. This is about 5 turns. So I'm only about 5 turns behind if I'm reading this graph correctly, which I think I am. Dominion, my Dominion is just insane. Even though he has so many forts that he can put temples in. Army size is actually the same. You can see how earlier on in the game he had a lot of trash troops earlier in the game, apparently, because I had lots of little demons early on. But this is where I get my first demon horde. Then I lose loads and loads of demons to Mashaka and who was it? Hinnom. Meanwhile, he's on his first Urmalu summoning binge. Looks like this is where he fights Cetus, and loses some battles. Then I stop losing many battles and go on this huge incline. And here he is. And you can see this battle here is probably the 80 Ermelus that he just lost. So we're about equal there. And Ermelus are better than demons, broadly speaking. So he has bigger armies than me, which is a concern. But I think I have more super competence. And then here's the throne points. He has... I have 4 claimed thrones and he has 3. And I'm about to claim some more. So looking good for me. I'm also about to take one away from him. So at this point, Atlantis is probably planning to fight me here. And is definitely planning to fight me again here. So this is not looking easy for me by any means. I should probably try and build a temple here, actually. I'll build a temple with this guy, because I should keep him on the front lines. He's not weak. Oh, and I just remembered something. So, judging by the chat that I saw between him and Cetus, he has pretty strong assassins. So I should be using bodyguards, actually. And that's exactly what I am now going to do, because I've been complacent about this and not given anyone bodyguards, which is very, very foolhardy behaviour. And it looks like she actually doesn't have bodyguards, which is pretty bad. She could definitely die very easily. And there goes my Will of the Fates. So that would be extremely bad if she died. Maybe I should check if I can get... he's got Astral 3. So he could actually cast Will of the Fates. Maybe he should be casting Will of the Fates instead of End of Weakness. Let's see, Will of the Fates. He just needs an extra gem to do it. And then there's, like, what was it? End of Weakness. Should probably be casting it earlier, but I just don't care that much. I have Fog Warriors anyway. Now he needs to... Why is it greyed out, though? It's not a... Oh, Astral Pearls required 4. Well, that's a pretty good reason to blur it out. And I can't even remember what I was... What was I even trying to do now? Where is Soul Vortex? Right, so I do need her to come along to cast Will of the Fates, because it costs 4 Astral Pearls, so you can't use another to overcast it. She can't have bodyguards who are demons, just like this guy can't, and just like this guy can't. Okay, so I might actually get completely screwed over by assassins. That's pretty annoying. The good news is, though, that... And in fact, my little... Now, assassins can have some pretty nasty weapons, so I think it's definitely going to be worth it. I need to not cast Body of Flames. Oh, this is getting very, very annoying. Right, so I need to cast Phoenix Power and Fire Fend. And the reason I need to cast Phoenix Power and Fire Fend is because if I don't, all of these poor bodyguards are going to be set on fire by the by the what am I even saying? What am I trying to say? By the heat aura that all of my commanders have. Speaking of commanders, I guess I'll bring this guy along as a backup in case this guy dies. I'll still have good leadership. Whatever, it's not like there's any other duties for him to do right now. I can't recruit anything from here because the unrest is too high. Can't do any big spam summoning spells because these guys... Oh, they can actually move directly into this province. I guess they will, and then I can have the option of doing a double Sea King's Court here on this province next turn. That probably covers this turn. Another thing to mention is that I'm moving... This army actually didn't have a... Oh my goodness. So he's out of Astral Pearls, which is pretty bad. This army did not have any air magic, so I had to send this guy along. But he is only air 3, so he can't cast Fog Warriors. So what I had to do is I had to give him the item that makes him a Communion Master, and then bring along 3 Demon Priests to be the Communion Slaves with those items that cause you to be a Communion Slave. What else is going on? Well, I'm doing some research, but I just can't be bothered to think of what spells I'm actually going to cast with that research. So at this point, I'm just doing the research for the hell of it. This guy should have this. Do I have any diseased commanders? I guess I actually don't. Vampire lords are out blood hunting. This guy can take a lightless lantern at least. The arc, like I keep on saying, I'm not actually going to use it much because I don't have enough. I have too many non-sacred troops that I'm using. I have the Atlas of Creation, which is an astral booster. It's also an earth booster and a nature booster. I could actually put it on that Hanya to make her a higher level of nature, but there's no real need for that. What I should definitely be trying to forge at some point is another of the blood/nature boosters. The cursed body armor, the armor of thorns, so that I can turn any Naminari, any Nature 1 mage, into someone who can cast mass regeneration. And that about covers it for this turn. He killed Inabel the Adventurer. I don't remember who Inabel the Adventurer actually was, though. She was probably... Oh, she was a gem scout. She was probably carrying loads of gems. Well, that's painful. It's actually really effective for him, then. Naminari got killed by a Gore-Tide horror because she had horror-marking research items, and the Defiler of Dreams, which I don't think is a Doom horror. Yeah, it's a type of horror. So it's a strong horror, but it's not a Doom horror. And this is an interesting one, though, because this is an example of how amazingly strong all horrors are against thugs and super combatants. So he goes in, he reflects, I think he reflects when I hit him. No, he didn't actually reflect it, but I think we missed. What's the deal with that then? So yeah, we didn't miss, but our repel check failed. So anyway, on the first hit, on the first round, this Doom Horror has already done 42 damage immediately. Look at that. So now imagine if there were loads of other troops attacking my Bull Demon King. He would be screwed. I mean, he is a recruit. He's regenerating 12 HP, like 16 HP per round. And that's not actually enough when you're taking 40. These guys just rape, because this is 21 attack, it's armor piercing, and this is armor negating. And it's 18 armor negating damage. So that's why you take a lot of damage. Christ! Look at this harassment. Oh, it's actually the Berserk. He's Berserk plus 8. Jesus. I didn't know my Pretender God was that Berserk. That's crazy. Is this Berserk plus 8? I can't remember if this guy... Oh no, he's Berserk plus 5 by default. So the sword is plus 3. So that gives us 35 attack skill and 65 damage. So anyway, the next round, 93 slashing damage. These guys are hitting like trucks. Then you got events. Killed some Galas. He had 8 Galas in here for some reason. Not really sure why. I wonder if they had gems. Let's check if they were spam casting Swarm. No, they're just Galas. They're just researchers or something. I don't really know. And for some reason, he had loads of militia from an event. So that's that. We killed his temple. Oh, more pop kill. Okay, that's to be expected, I guess. More pop kill. Great. Yeah, just the average pop kill. Misfortune 1 equals pop kill every single turn. Where was this? Ilaria. Yeah. Why wouldn't you expect it? Remember this when this was a 10k province? Remember when this was an 8k province? Remember when this was a 30k province? Anyway, that is turn 86. See you chaps next time.